So with Boxing Day releasing quite a lot of films for in the UK, one of those kind of films that came out was the 47 Ronin, which stars Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves. Yeah, that took a while to kind of spit out. So obviously he's kind of like the big star power to draw people to see this film, which is really kind of set around, you know, ancient Japan, like really kind of like the best kind of like time periods of Japan. And my overall thoughts of the movie is it's alright. First off, let's get into some of the things that I liked. First off, I liked the scenery, the time period. It was done, all of it, every kind of like shot was done really well. Like all the detail they went sort of into it. I like the fact that they used, you know, actually, you know, Japanese people, or so I think, you know, typical white guy over here. But they use kind of like sort of Japanese sort of people, or let's say the Oriental sort of people to play these kind of roles, so you don't feel like they're, you know, it's a film that's set in Japan that just has a bunch of white people in it. So I love that. I like the fact also they got the actor that plays the guy from Mortal Kombat. What the hell is that guy's name? Shao Kahn. I bet. Gaming knowledge escaping. No, it's not. Shang Tsung. You know, Shang Tsung. He's like the big shogun, and I just kind of think like he's really just, that's really Shang Tsung in his sort of early days. Really, that's kind of all I kind of saw. And what I really kind of liked as well was the actress from Pacific Rims in this film that played Mako. She actually is pretty good in this film, and she's really more or less kind of, she's actually the main villain, which is quite a sort of turning point, because in Pacific Rim she was kind of like the sort of the co-hero, and in this one she's like the main bad guy. So that's pretty cool. And Keanu Reeves was actually really good, kind of really sort of dedicated to the sort of film, sort of look and stance that he kind of goes for. That's all like really good and dandy, and the story was pretty good. But this is kind of where a lot of the problem starts for me. You think that Keanu Reeves is the main guy for this whole entire film, and all I'm really going to say is he's more of the supporting role. Instead, it's this other sort of foreign guy that's actually the main, you know, that I felt was the main guy, because he was like the main leader. He had more of a vendetta. His vendetta was more for this sort of film. He felt like the main bad guy, and I felt that they just put Keanu Reeves and plastered all over. And even the trailers, they don't give this film justice. Because really he is the main bad guy. He has a lot of unfinished business. So I kind of felt that was kind of a, I can understand why they did it. But the other thing that really irritated me is not once at this whole entire film where any of them spoke in Japanese, like at all. They all spoke English. You know, even when Keanu was not even in the scene, they still spoke English. Now you're probably thinking, oh, this is just like Americans, you know, they're lazy, they can't be bothered with, you know, translating, all that kind of stuff. But Pacific Rim had some foreign sort of language in it, and they did it really nice and subtly. Hell, even the Wolverine, which is set in Japan, had their own, you know, the Japanese language, foreign language in it. So I can't give the excuse of that, because it did ruin it. I mean, you've got the Japanese kind of like time period set nice, you know, all the cool samurai outfits, and even like when they're writing in Japanese, you know, all the traditional samurai culture is all there, but they just spoke English, and some of them just don't speak that good English. You can tell that they were kind of really struggling to maybe kind of like speak their lines in that sort of language. I wish they kind of just spoke in the language that the film was set in. That kind of really took a big part of me, and I couldn't really enjoy it all that much. So, like I said, this film is alright. It's good, but it's not really rememberable that much, and I think this one's going to be kind of like a film that's going to be in the cinema and then straight back out, because it's not going to last long, I'm afraid. I think they really should have had a bit more of a star power, really kind of focus on it, or maybe kind of like try keep it kind of like a sort of period piece. I mean, the thing is, America has done these foreign sort of films like before, and they're really going to have to do that. They're going to have to brace the language barrier as well. But that was only just my opinion. What is your guys' opinion? Did you like the film, or did you hate it, or do you think it was me? Like I thought it was okay. Give your little thoughts down in the comments, and if you feel free as well, you can sort of like and subscribe, and I will say thanks for watching, and I will see you guys real soon for something big.